Hi everybody and welcome to Nappy Kitchen. I am delighted to have my very first special guest, like we discussed. It's my mama.
Hi.
In all of her wonderful glory. We have a very, very special message that we are going to deliver today. If you got tissues, grab them. You might need them. We might laugh a little. We might cry a little, but we are going to keep it real. If this is your first time watching Nappy Kitchen, let me explain to you why it's named Nappy Kitchen. Obviously, it's a play on words. You see I'm rocking the fro today. My kitchen is nappy, and I'm very proud of it. Black women should be proud of that. But the kitchen is also the point of our hair that we try to hide the most. It's an area of insecurity. And on Nappy Kitchen, we talk about a lot of insecurities. And we're going to talk about a pretty big one today. This is the Mother series. Last week we talked about the Eve gene and Mother Africa. Now I'm going to be a bit more transparent and talk about my own relationship with my mother. I get a lot of compliments about the person that I am and how nice or wonderful or how good I am with kids, and those things are great. But one of the main missions of Nappy Kitchen is to get everyone to understand that those qualities in myself were not easy to come by. I grew up with very low self-esteem because I was angry at the fact that I didn't have my mother present during the younger years of my life. So we're going to talk a little bit about forgiveness, and we're going to talk about a little bit about dealing with your own issues, and a little bit about not playing the victim in a situation, because I chose to not play the victim in my situation. I would have missed out on a lot of years now, if I was still angry with my mom for not being there when I was younger. But I just want to say something to you all and to her right now before we jump into this, because she has agreed to do this for me. And I just want to make it very clear that Nappy Kitchen is not a place to bash anyone. It's all about respect, love, healing, positive vibes. So I'm not going to sit here and beat my mom up about things that happened in the past. That's not what this show is about. That's not what I am about, because I have learned how to view those things that have happened in a positive way. I'm going to share every point of my testimony at different times during Nappy Kitchen and tell my audience how I learned to flip it and really view the things that God used to break me for his glory. I really had to go through what I went through as a child so that I could relate to my foster children the way that I do. I wouldn't be as good a foster care worker or a social worker or in the educational system like the job that I hold right now. I wouldn't be able to relate to children in broken situations the way that I do if it weren't for the things that I went through. So I'm very thankful for those things. But I would like to ask my mom a very important question right now before we get started with the things she wants to share. Do you know the story of Moses in the Bible? My mom's very religious. So
Yes.
you know Moses' story? So just to recap, I'm sure you all know the story of Moses. He's like one of the favorite characters of the Bible, and he did some pretty dope things. He set a lot of people free. He really did. But with Moses' life, there were so many things that he went through that were unpleasant. The whole parting of the Red Sea, and he went on a very long journey. Can you just imagine how it was leading all those people to safety and getting them to trust you? Moses had to be broken for people to follow him. And here I am as an adult trying to get people to follow me, trying to get them from one place that may feel broken or incomplete to a place of whole, complete, and healthy healing. I'm trying to get you guys to go with me. So I needed to compare myself to that just for a moment. Do you know Moses' mom's name?
Was it? No, not Sarah.
You don't know, do you?
Mm-mm.
Most people don't know. And that's okay. That's my point, guys, because I found so much glory. God laid this on my heart one day, and I have always wanted to tell my mother this. I wanted to tell her in this way because I just feel like everybody needs to experience this. So we love Moses, and we love the great things that Moses did, and we love his story. But we don't know Moses' mother's name. We do know what she did. And what she did was put Moses in a basket and sent him down the river. She let go of her own child for the greater good, for God's glory. That's exactly what she did. Her action was significant, very small though. Like I said, we don't know her name. And I wanted to offer that gift of forgiveness to my mother because I don't know how many days she has spent second guessing the choice to leave me, or how many nights she may have cried feeling less than as a mother when she was still a mother and she did what she was called to do. And if you're watching out there and if you're in a situation where you aren't with your kids or you're not with who you feel like you need to be with, there may be some significance in that. Because if I didn't live the life that I lived, I would not be who I am today. And if she had done that for herself, the problems, the things that she was dealing with would have been clear. That's what I know about God. If she had left me for her, she wouldn't be in any kind of mess right now. She would be okay. And she still continued to deal with things after she left me. And she will share that. She had her own situation that she needed to deal with. And I needed to stop taking it personally because that is what she did for me. She did that for God's glory. I was okay. She left me in a situation that I was okay in. I was able to grow up and be the person that I needed to be for you guys, for her now, because we're working on each other. We're healing one another. We just had a beautiful conversation that I didn't record because it was for us. We're sharing moments now that are making up for the time that I felt like I missed out on. But I just wanted to offer that to my mother, that whenever she sees me, if I do become successful for this, or anytime she hears people talk about how wonderful I am, I need her to know, I need you to know that you had very much a part of that.
Thank you.
Very much.
Thank you.
I just needed you to hear that, you know.
Thank you.
That act was very small, but it didn't harm me. I made it. I'm all right. We all right. You know, so you let that go. That is the beautiful thing that forgiveness does. Not only did it help me live my life in a whole and complete way, I'm offering that forgiveness to her so that she can let it go. She doesn't need to feel less than. Every relationship is different. Every mother-daughter relationship is different. And I feel so called by God to do what I'm doing right now. And I would not be that if it wasn't for, you know, you kind of, and she didn't really leave me. She's still here. But, you know, it was kind of rough. It was kind of rough growing up. And I was so angry about things. I was. But I needed to view you as a person with your own situation. Like I said before, I don't know how many nights she cried regretting that. There had to be a reason. There had to be something else that was tugging on her for her to make the decision to not, you know, be in the same household, you know, with me. And so we'll talk a little bit about that right now. How you feeling, Mom?
I feel good.
Good.
I feel great.
So
I feel
I can
great.
see you a little bit more. This is my beautiful mama. Okay. So, how did you feel about what I just said?
Perfect. You hit it on the nail on the hammer, the nail. I'm a little nervous, but what I want to say to you and your viewers, I was in denial. People, I was in denial. I was doing things to cover up and not accept the problem that it was me. I thought it was everybody else but Exotica, until I come to the realization one day that I needed some help, and I had to go get some help for me so that my children later on would understand. They were little, so they didn't, it seemed like mama just left me. Everybody else had their mama and their dad, but my mama left me. I mean, really? But I had to go so I can be the woman that I am today. And I was in denial. But when I realized that it was me, it has become so much easier, so much better. It's like the weight of the world was taken off of me because I looked in the mirror and said it was me.
That's so beautiful.
It was me.
And thank you for sharing that. And there's so much healing in that because as a young girl, I was like I said, angry, and I was confused. I couldn't understand how you could go, and not only go, but what I saw was you were living your life. And what you're sharing with me now is a different perspective, because she was living her life, and she was a woman with her own set of issues that she was learning to deal with. And as a child, you don't always think that. And as a person, when you're in a victim stance, you want to only look through your own lenses, through your own glasses. And if I had to continue to keep that perspective and say, well, my mom just left and she's just selfish and she's only living for herself, as opposed to now, I understand that you needed to heal yourself so that you can save whatever it was that you needed to save to be able to offer to me when it was time, or offer to the world when it was time. Everybody has their own path, their own walk with God, their own journeys that they're on. And me viewing you as a person instead of a person who hurt me is such a gift. My ability to be able to do that. And I want to encourage everybody who is out there watching. It could be a mother-daughter relationship. It could be any type of relationship. Don't hold on to the things that you think are hurting you, because once you let it go, there's so much love there. There's so much connection there. I'm going to use this healing, this relationship is going to help so many people heal their own relationships. And I told you guys we got the cookbook coming. It's going to be a continuation, because I have time now. I didn't want to live my life angry about the time that I felt like I lost. We still have time today to do things together that we need to do. And I'm excited about it.
I'm excited too.
I really am excited about it. I really thank my mom for being willing to share those things, because it's hard. It's hard to be transparent. I talk about that all the time. As Black women, we hold so much in. Especially mothers. This is a mother series, and there's so much pride involved with being a mother. And I want to tell everybody out there, regardless of if you are with your children or not, you are still a mother. You are still influencing them. Your actions are still worthy. You should not feel less than. Every bit of who I am is somewhat in reaction to who she was or was not to me. So all of the great things that people are complimenting me on, my mom had very much to do with that. So don't feel less than, and don't feel like you've ruined anything, or that it's too late, or that your children won't forgive you. All you have to do is reach out. You open that door up. And what my mom was saying that was so significant, so heavy even, that she needed to deal with her own things so that she could be able to do that. Because a lot of times we're in situations when we're growing up where it's toxic for the children. It's toxic for people who are involved. And sometimes you do need to take a moment to step back and deal with what you need to deal with. I'm learning that as a mother myself. I have a son, her grandson, who, when I was blessed with him, I realized I needed to heal myself, because I had mommy issues. And if I didn't heal those issues, I couldn't be the mother that I needed to be for him. So it's all the same mindset. We went about it a little differently, but it doesn't deserve any more or less respect. You're still a mother. I want to salute every mother out there, regardless of your situation. If you're watching Nappy Kitchen right now, you hold your head up, queen, because life is hard. And sometimes life gets on us, and sometimes life gets in the way and doesn't allow us to be the type of mother we need to be. And sometimes the best thing you can do in a situation is walk away to protect those young ones from the things that they aren't ready to deal with, the things that they aren't ready to see. So I thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And no parent, to the moms, no parent want their child to hurt. No parent, regardless. But sometimes you have to hurt in order to heal.
Yeah.
So we heard it, and now we're healing. So y'all get ready for us, because we about to blow.
We are. Thank you so much for watching. Have a blessed day, guys.
Bye-bye. See you soon.
Yes, soon. Buy a shirt. Buy a cookbook. Help us out. Help two sisters out. We queening together.